beard is looking gray. So it took a few months, but I finally did it. I've reached 10,000 followers on Instagram. It took me 5 months since I made the original video to reach 10,000 followers. In those 5 months, I learned some tips and tricks with this app that will help you gain more followers quicker, as well as getting the right followers that will engage with your content. I mean, it's pretty obvious I'm not famous. I'm not a supermodel. I'm not an expert in any field. And to be brutally honest, I don't even like getting attention. With all these different things I had going on, I wanted to have one thing that was consistent. So I started a YouTube channel. I'm not an expert on Instagram or any kind of internet marketing, but I just turned 40, I'm fat, I'm not good looking, I'm not young, I'm really just hella irrelevant. But I have 11,000 followers on Instagram, and I did it all with this app. So we're gonna head on over to my Instagram page. Oh, there it is. Almost 700 posts, 10,800 followers, a couple highlighted stories or highlights or whatever you call them. And that's pretty much it. So right now I'm going in, I just opened Captivate, I went to my following page, and what I do is I scroll up. And then as you see in the bottom, it has 0 selected on the left and then 24 loaded on the right. And what I want to do is I want to try to get this loaded around 400 people. Alright, so it's at 383. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to hit action, unfollow, add to the cloud queue. In my last video, I explained the differences between cloud queue and the local queue. At the time, I couldn't remember what the free version of the app did. And the free version of the app just allows you to follow 50 people a day. So you can follow or unfollow 50 people a day. So if you're trying to grow really modestly or you really don't care, you can do it and gain followers, 50 people a day. It's free. And that's fine. If you want to gain, I think whatever it is, you can do up to 50 an hour times 24 hours a day, and you can follow or unfollow that. So you can do the math. I'm not doing the math right now. My head broke when this stopped recording. Now we just unfollowed close to 400 people. We're going to go to search. I go into the Guggen Squad because they do pretty much the same thing I do, is outdoor stuff, fishing, etc. I think they're probably the biggest outdoor YouTubers, I assume. Now this is going to load their users. The guy has 125 loaded, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit auto load. We're going to go 200. So what I've been doing is I've been unfollowing, or usually around 400, and then I follow 200. And that way the number of people you're following is going down while it's also gaining followers and gaining more people that follow you back. So you don't consistently just have to lose followers for like 3 days and then load followers for 3 days and lose. It just, when it shows up people are following you, it's always showing up in other people's feeds that they followed this person, they followed that person. So other people are going to see that they're following you, and if you're not being followed for like 10 days, people aren't going to see that. So I like to make sure I'm following people every day, and I'm unfollowing people every single day. And so then we're going to get quick select now that it's loaded. Select all. I usually hit select non-following, but I just hit select all. Follow, add to the cloud queue, and then go back. So now we go back to the following page, and then we scroll down. We want to make sure that the loaded is about 400 more than the selected. So it's going to be a little bit more than 400 because my screen recorder stopped and I was just trying to make it look like it was legit. But anyway, so now we're almost 500 more than we were, which is fine. So I'm going to hit quick select, invert selection, and what's going to do is it's going to select the ones that you just loaded, and it's going to deselect the ones that were loaded. If you know the English language, you know what invert means. And then we're going to hit action, unfollow, add to cloud queue, and then we're going to repeat that process. That's it. That's all we do. So I'll repeat this process until all the people that I'm following that don't follow me back are being unfollowed. When I get done with this process, my following number will be really low. So usually what I'll do is I'll go find somebody that does exactly what I'm doing, and I follow their users. And I usually follow around 1,500. I just load it up, stack it up. And then I just run this process again. I do 400, 200, 400, 200. And this keeps you in people's eyes. They keep seeing that you're following people. They keep seeing other people that are following you. So it really makes it so that you're getting noticed even by people that you're not following more often. I think that's the right word. Once I started doing this technique with the 400, 200, I started gaining followers a lot quicker. I used to just follow 1,000 at a time or 1,500 at a time, then I'd unfollow 15, whatever didn't follow me back, so like 1,200. So the ratio is usually you follow 10 people and you get one. So it's about a 10% follow back ratio. Obviously, there's people that have had better results than I have. I actually had somebody write me a couple weeks ago and he said that he watched my video, he did the technique, and then he went from like 10,000 followers to 70,000 followers. So obviously he's doing something way better than me. He should be making his own video because I want to gain 70,000, 60,000 followers. As far as the app goes, it really works. The number one thing I can say when you're using this app, the first thing I'm going to say is follow people that will be interested in your content. For me, I make YouTube videos. Most of my stuff has to do with outdoors. Therefore, most of the people that I follow are people that are following other YouTubers doing the same thing that I am doing. I'm not going to go and follow followers of YouTubers that are making Legos or slime or anything like that because I don't do any of that stuff. Those people are not going to be interested in my content. So that's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Make sure you're trying to gain followers of people that are going to be interested in your content. Otherwise, they're not going to engage, they're not going to be interested, they're not going to interact. You're going to have a bunch of followers and no likes. Some things that I've learned, one, by making a video like this, I get a lot of spam comments. I mean, just constantly, it's this one company, it's called, I'm not even gonna name their name because they make me so mad because they have so many bots of making comments. I don't know how many YouTube users there are, but there's a lot of fake ones because I get so many of these comments coming into this video feed and it's about this one app, and then you go to the user's page and they have 0 subscribers, they have 0 videos. All they are is a bot that makes comments on videos that are for Instagram, probably Twitter and all that stuff. I don't think I'm going to erase any of the comments in this video, so if you see the video comments below, just give those comments a big thumbs down because I'm proof right here that this app works. I don't work for the company. I do get a lot of questions of, how do you do this? How do you do that? I don't know everything. I'm just a guy that uses the app. So if you have really technical questions and you're using the app, write their technical support because there's definitely things that I cannot answer and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. Like I said, I don't work for the company. They don't pay me for this. They don't even know who I am, but I like using the app. It's simple for me. It allows me to, like I said, I work on it for 20 minutes a week and then I can just spend most of my time posting pictures and liking other people's pictures or working on this stuff. With Instagram, they only allow you to follow 50 people or unfollow 50 people an hour. So in the settings, you can set it to however many people you want to follow an hour. I set mine to 40 because that way if I'm on Instagram, I'm going through the feed and I see somebody I want to follow that I don't already follow, I can follow them and I'm not going to get flagged by Instagram because if I have it set to 50 and it's following 50 an hour and then I follow one person, I'm going to get flagged. For new users, try to just set it to like 30 because if they see a big change in your activity, they might flag you for that. I've had a couple people write me like it stopped working, I don't know what's going on. I don't know either, but my guess was you had it set to 50 and you aren't used to following 50 people an hour. Instagram was like, hey, there's illegal activity going on this, or they think maybe somebody hacked your account. So just set it to like a nice 20, 30, 25, 30, 40 tops, and then as you get the ball rolling, then bump it up to a higher number. A couple other things that I've started to do on Instagram that have nothing to do with this app, but I'm not going to make a whole video about it because I don't have that many pointers. But one thing I've noticed is I've started taking more vertical pictures, and with the vertical pictures, I seem to get more likes. I saw in somebody else's videos they take up more of your screen so that people can see them more. When you have a little tiny picture to, if you have a landscape picture, people can't see it anyways. So I've been taking more vertical pictures, so take more vertical pictures. Second thing is I've been really trying to focus on keeping all the pictures looking the same. Even if they're totally different, like if I have one that's about a fish and one that's about my remote control boat, I try to get it to look the same. When you see the picture, you kind of know it's from my page. I don't know if that's, yeah, I guess that's it. So like when you see it in your feed, you're like, oh, that must be one of what he's doing today or whatever. The other thing is I try to post in the stories every day. I also try to make sure that they go together with something I have coming up. So if I'm about to release a video on fishing, I try to post videos about fishing that day so that when people swipe up, they know what they're getting into, or they know something is coming within the next day or so that's about my vlog. The other thing I've really started doing is I started cutting back on filters within the app. I started doing more Photoshop. It's starting to take more pictures of my JX85. The quality of the pictures look a lot better. Obviously, if I'm out there fishing and I'm holding a fish beside my face, I'm just doing that with my phone. I'm not gonna take the time to pull out my camera and get all pretty and do my makeup. I just pull out my phone and take a shot. But I still try to edit it in Photoshop. It's gonna look better overall. Those are my little tidbits that don't have to do with the app, but they may help you gain more followers and they'll at least help you get more likes. So I guess that's it. If you do have questions, feel free to ask me. I'm not gonna guarantee I can answer, but thanks for watching. This app does work. There's probably other apps out there that work too. I'm not gonna look for them because I found the one I wanna use and I'm just gonna stick with it. Follow me on Instagram, I'm really handsome. Even though I don't really do selfies very often. If I do, they got a fish beside my face. Subscribe, give this a thumbs up. I don't care if you don't like it, thumbs it up, but subscribe. I found some applications that work like this for Twitter, and I actually really like Twitter. To me, it's like one of the only social networks because it's really the only one where people really interact. I mean, Instagram's great and you can get your point across very quickly, but as far as really having conversations and bringing up really important things, Twitter's obviously the way to go. I know that people want to get ways of getting more Twitter followers. I found an application, so if you do subscribe, you will see that sometime in the future. I'm still trying to figure out the application a little bit, so I don't want to, it's not going to be next week. But if you subscribe 3 months from now, you'll at least get to see the video. Thank you for watching. Do all those things I just said, and I gotta go.